my name is Fawn. Um, I I I hope this video goes well, um, because I recorded this about a month ago and things happened, and I was not able to voice over until now. So I'm hoping that this video isn't out of um, style yet, because this was meant to be for the fairy pack immediately after, because I got it literally the day after it came out, I believe. But I made each color as a fairy, and obviously the first one is red. Um, I wanted to go for like an alternative punk aesthetic. Um, I don't think I succeeded because I don't have a lot of good red like punk alternative clothing. I was mainly leaning into like fire. I funny enough, I wrote down that I was using both red and black and red, orange, and yellow. I don't know why, because while I did lean into orange and yellow a little bit, if I remember correctly, I think I mainly stuck with red and black because those two colors go together a lot in my head. So that's what my thought process was. I'm also I'm hoping I've edited this video correctly because if I remember correctly, I got Wicked Whims to use specifically for posing because that was like the #1 recommendations. Oh my god, I was totally wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm now realizing I did use I was fire based wings. Oops. Um on that's whoops. But anyways, I did not realize that Wicked Whims shows nudity that much. Like when you're editing a cast, I thought it was just like a weird mod where you can do inappropriate things with your Sims. Like I didn't think it was gonna affect CAS as well. Like, and I've had it before. I usually just avoid it because you can pose your characters with it, and I I was using CAS. I was editing or messing around with it before or like during this, and there was just so much so many mistakes that I had to edit out, and I'm really hoping that I edit it properly. You can see I struggled a lot with her outfit. I wanted to go for all of them. I wanted totally different vibes. So some of them being cutesy, some of them being like more like alternative, some of them being bright, some being pastels. You can see that I'm just like messing around. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking. I did not pull off the alternative aesthetic like I was wanting to. She more so gives like not cottagecore. She gives like honestly the opposite of cottagecore. She gives like a girl in city trying to be cottagecore. You can really see I'm trying to do something and it's just not working out like I wanted it to. I don't I don't she gives red is more like I don't know, harsh to me. Not harsh. It's just very strong to me. It's a very strong color. Oh, those shoes are so cute. Did I pick those? Honestly, we're reacting to this together. I don't remember what I did. I This is a month ago, and I've had a lot going on. Um, it's just, and also I have a kid, and it's really hard to make content when you have a kid who's up in my business up in your business all the time. And as right now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear her. I'm hoping you can't hear her, but she's actively by my legs. That's why I don't show my face, is because she's like right beside of me, and I don't know at any point she'll climb up into my lap. But whatever. Anyways, back to the sim because I get distracted. Um, red took me the longest, I believe. I believe I was getting into the groove with red, and then as soon like by the time we hit purple, it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple are the ones I did. I might do a part 2 where I do pink, white, brown, and black, like those colors. Maybe a couple others like gray. Um, I don't I don't think there's any other colors I could do. I don't even think I could do brown because I think I added brown to orange because in my head orange and brown are like they coexist because brown is just a dark orange. Oh yeah, I also named their last name Fairy. Haha. Her name is Rose because she's red as a rose. See, I got all of these different I got all of these different poses like the traits, but for some reason her mouth moves when I'm using them. So I don't know why it does that. So but you'll see like still poses at the very end. Next is orange. I had an idea of what I wanted to do for orange, but I didn't like facial features wise. I did not have a single clue what I was doing. I for hair, I believe I had a decent idea of what I was doing because I wanted to do brown. I knew I was going with brown hair. Is it brown? Uh, 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 just brown facial features because orange is a very harsh color. Um, and I knew I was going for I believe like short curly hair. I think that's why I went with. I believe I went with like short, wavy curly hair. I didn't really stray from that, but I wasn't like sure about features. Um, the outfit, I also you'll see I had like a general idea. I wanted to do something masculine. I wanted to do something like farmer girl because that's what I think of. When I think of orange, I think of like farmer, like hike, like outdoorsy. I think of autumn. I think of animals because Tinkerbell was like a huge thing for me as a kid. And when I think orange fairy, I think Fauna. I believe that's her name, Fauna from Tinkerbell. She was one of my favorites, but I think that's just because I grew up to be a trans man, so it makes sense. You know, when you see a, it's like it's like Applejack. You know, like masculine female character. You're like, oh my god, I seen myself in her, and then turns out you're a man. But that's but also I saw myself in very quiet characters as well, like Fluttershy. I don't know why I'm talking about My Little Pony in this. I'm so sorry. I don't have a script, so I'm just going. Yeah, werewolves. For some reason, in my head, werewolf was like a huge like idea for me. I'm surprised I didn't go for like the hoodie, or is there like a hoodie or like a plaid thing that's in the werewolves pack? That one, yeah, you can see that. The only reason why I didn't go for that one is because I wanted that tiger print because orange is tiger to me. Yeah, I used like tan, a lot of tan as well. I guess tan would also be considered like yellowy depending on the shade you go for. But in my head, tan is brown or orange. Tan is orange. Tan, brown, and orange are all together. That's why, yeah. I love that hair on her. She pulls off that hair so well. She pulls off a lot of hair so well, if I remember correctly. A lot of these Sims pull off hair really well. I believe I also have that issue with the yellow and blue fairies. All of them are girls, by the way. I am so bad at making male Sims. I might make more male Sims later down the line when I get into the groove of it. However, I love female Sims. I've been trying to push myself especially when I'm playing by myself. I really push making male Sims to get into that. Like, if I want to make Sims, I want to make both female and male, so people or non-binary Sims as well. But there's no non-binary Sims in the game. I mean, you can, but there's not like a gender neutral body type. So I guess obviously that's how it is in real life too. But oh my god, I just now realized there's moons on her shirt. That's so cute. Also had issues posing her because her clothes are just so baggy that it covers so much. And like covers her arms so it like clips. It's awful. Those shoes, I'm now realizing, are kind of ugly. It's been a month. Okay, I can look back on this and realize that I did kind of mess up. I was also going to give them all friendship bracelets. I don't think I followed through on that. I don't even think I gave the red one a friendship bracelet. Whoopsies. Anyways, yellow. I had two ideas. And I ended up sticking with my first idea, which is a very like a very pastel yellow, very light colored, like just everything is like very similar. What's that term? It's a spring or autumn, where like everything is the exact same, like light colored hair, light colored eyes. But she pulls off so many hairs so well, but I had a very specific, I wanted her hair to be pin straight, and I kept giving her like wavy hair, and it very clearly was not what I wanted, but she looked so good in it. Also, I gave her green eyes because she just looked, it fit her so, like a yellowy green, so it works, okay? But I would give her white and yellow because I can, because I'm allowed to, you know, it's my sim. I can do that, it's fine. But I wanted to give her a very like girl next door kind of vibe. She's more cottagecore than anything in my eyes, but I love her. She is probably my second favorite out of any of them. She's, but when I think yellow, I think very flowy, very like, I don't know, just very spring summer. I don't know. And also, I had to give her a sun hat. That was very set in stone before I even made her. She was getting a sun hat because when I think yellow, I think sun. That's why I named her Sunny as soon as I started her, so I knew exactly. Uh, I also wanted comfortable because when I think yellow, I think comfortable. Yellow's one of my favorite colors. If you can't tell, yellow is like pretty like up there. It's like one of my like two favorites, three. Sorry, like it depends also on the combination. But I love yellow. Um, I don't know. Sorry, I went quiet for a second. Oopsies. Also, you can tell I was not realizing I was making fairies for half of this because I kept not putting fairies. Actually, I believe blue and purple. If I remember correctly, I had to go back and edit them because I kept forgetting to give them fairy wings. And can you tell that this is in one go? Like I'm trying not to edit this as much as I can because I hate editing, but I keep my thoughts keep leaving me, and I keep looking down at my script, and it's not working out for me. I'm very sorry if this content is awful. Green. Green is next. I love the color green. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this one as much. I feel like I could have done a lot more with her. I had a vision in my head, very clear vision. I did not do as good as I thought I could. I think maybe I didn't have what I wanted because I wanted, obviously when you think nature, like green, you think nature, you think very like outdoorsy. So I could have done so many different things. I was thinking a like a nature, like I think if I remember correctly, a nature like goddess, like an earth goddess. I did not succeed. I believe I failed miserably on that idea, and I'm kind of upset about it. I believe I kind of lean into more of a, honestly, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I was about to just straight up lie. I don't know what I did. I think like I seem to just go for like a similar vibe to orange, like very nature, very just a more feminine version of orange, which is fair. But orange and green are very outdoorsy colors to me, but it's just I could have done so much more for her. Looking back on it, I might go back and redo this in like a year or two if I keep up with Sims. Um, Obviously, I'm going to do other content. I have a couple of games lined up that I want to do. I've been meaning to do. I also went with tan. I did not realize that tan is a very neutral color to me. I would assume that's neutral to everyone, but I don't know. I might be different. I did not realize I gave her glasses. She looks so cute in glasses. But sorry. Anyways, um, I was aiming to give them all a singular color to go with. That very clearly did not work with red because I went with multiple different colors, and that is a mess up on my part. Um, but for most of them, I stuck with like I believe like with orange and brown, and like tan is a light brown. Okay, it's the same color, yellow and white, and then green and brown and tan. Yeah. I believe for blue, this is blue, obviously. Blue, I do blue and silver. I remember for her, I actually did not have an idea in mind, but she came together so quickly, and I ended up like going back and forth between two hairstyles. The new fairy hair, the wet one, looks so good on her, and obviously I wanted her to be like a water fairy, of course. Um, but there's another hair that I go back and forth on so much, and even now I don't know which one I like more. So, but I think that with her being a water fairy, it made the most sense to go with the wet hair. I know you can argue that like she looks more mermaid with the wet hair, but because if you go by Tinkerbell logic, they're not supposed to get wet because their wings can't hold fairy dust. I believe that's what the reasoning is. It's been like a decade since I watched Tinkerbell. I'm sorry, um, but I believe that why not? You can still go swimming. You just can't fly. I wanted to go for a very model vibe for her. Oh, you can see me go back and look at the other characters to see what their vibe was. I wanted to give her pants because everyone else has shorts or skirts. Did not realize that until the very end. But I wanted her to have a very model vibe because when I think wet hair, that when people look good in wet hair, that is like a model, like beautiful model. I should have gone with that shirt. I did not use that shirt at all. Very mad at myself for that. But she looks cute. I think she looks cute. Um, like I said, at the end you'll see all of them lined up. I believe I picked the fairy, the new fairy spot, the without the house, like the field. See, I keep going back to that hair. It's such a cute hairstyle. It's just not what I picked. But I believe I took the pictures on that lot. That's just a field. So you'll see they're cute. I think the pictures honestly are the best that I could have done. I'm going to be honest, I've never taken pictures of my Sims like this. I only started learning all of this because I wanted to start making content for Sims. I watch a lot of Sims YouTubers. I don't think I can specifically say Misty. I was going to name her Sky, but I feel like this doesn't make sense for a water fairy. But I don't think I can name the YouTubers I watch by name. I watch. There's a couple of them that I really like watching their content, and they made me realize that I want to make content. However, I can't do builds very well. I might try and do builds, but I, I'm just better at making Sims, making their little outfits. I like playing dress up with my Sims. Um, Next is purple. I I think purple is my favorite out of all of them. I did not have a good idea for her because there's not a lot of good purple in my mod specifically, or at least that I saw. But I don't like the color purple as much as I thought I did, and like it's not on my top list. I have like so many other colors that I go towards. Purple is not one that I use very often. That hair is really cute. I needed to use that at some point, but she just didn't fit it. But for not having any idea, I think she is the prettiest and my favorite. Just her face alone, she serves so much, and I love her. And you can see I sort by color in this. I don't know if that's cheating. I don't care if it's cheating. It made it a lot easier on me. That other dress, she looks good in dresses. I like the outfit I picked for her because I was going for a celestial vibe. When I think purple, I think space, I think stars, I think like celestial. So that's what I was going for with that dress. I feel like I could have leaned more into it, honestly. But I don't have a lot of space stuff, I don't believe, which is surprising. I love space. But I I don't know. I didn't write down a lot of notes for her, so I don't know much about what to talk about for her. Um Also, you can tell I don't do makeup very often on my Sims. It's just like a I don't know, they all look so pretty without it that my brain doesn't think about putting makeup on them unless it's like a party or a formal event. but I've never really worn makeup before. So, like, men can wear makeup. I don't. She's giving Twilight Sparkle, I'm now realizing. Especially that makeup, that's very Twilight Sparkle. And those earrings are, like, my favorite. I'm so happy that I ended up using them. I just realized, did all my Sims, like, their eyes twitch like that? Do Sims' eyes twitch like that normally? Well, anyways, obviously, I named her Violet. I don't know if I've been listing off the names. I'm so sorry if not. But, um, she is the last one, and I believe. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I've totally forgot. Obviously, because I forgot making them. I forgot while editing this. I forgot to give them wings. I'm hoping I gave the green one wings. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh my god, can you tell my memory is that bad? Um, and you can't pose with the fairy wings. I think it's so stupid. But whatever. Um, obviously I had to give her the moon ones. They're so pretty. Thank you for watching. I am thankful if you stuck through all of this. This was a big mess, but I am going to try and get into the hang of it a little bit more while making content. Um, but I'm probably going to work on more sim stuff. I'm going to try and expand off of that. So if you like other stuff, please try and stick around until that. But if you like Sims content, I will definitely be making more Sims content. So thank you for watching. Um, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.